It's all about the corner widgets, baby. Today we're talking corner widgets in Adobe Illustrator, and corner widgets just allow for us to make more, customized and unique shapes from the basic set of shapes in our shape tools. I'm just going to grab a regular rectangle, click and drag any size. You can see when I do that, here we have the outside. This is the bounding box with the little anchor points, and then on the inside we have these little circles, these open circles. I guess not open, white circles with a little dot. And if I hover over it, you kind of see that there is an option there. So if you click and drag, we're rounding the edges. And this is just a simple click and drag. And, let's make a rectangle into a circle or an oval. These are editable, so you can always go back and reposition those. But they're also set in a way for us to manipulate one at a time. And right now I've got my direct select tool. If I click on a widget, you can see that it turns solid blue. And now I just have that. I'm manipulating just that one little widget. So click to select it, click and drag, or just click and drag and you have all of the edges together. I'm going to make another rectangle. And this time I'm going to grab my direct select tool, and same thing applies. But then if I double click, then I get this options box that pops open. And if you want to dial in a radius to a very specific number, it'll let you do that. So then if you want to, make all of the sides around or all of your edges the same radius, you can do it that way. But you can also change the way the corners are. So you have corner for round, inverted, and chamfer. So if I click on inverted, you can see that it goes, it like cuts out a little piece. Oops. And then if I hit OK, then I have access to it, and you can make it as big or as small as you want. Direct select tool, click on a corner, double click a corner, and then, you could change the corner size, and this one is chamfer, so it's just like a beveled edge. Always hit OK. I'll click another corner, go back, double click with my direct select tool, and then you have rounding options. So this one's absolute, and then this one's relative. And if I dial in see if there's any changes between the two. On this one, there aren't any changes. Let's see if we can make changes happen on a different shape. All right, okay. Let's move that out of the way. Let's try a star. Grab my star tool, click and drag. I'm just going to hold shift while I drag to make that star go upright. And wow, look, you don't even see any corner widgets right now. If I click my selection tool, I still don't have any. But if I click my direct select, you can see that there's a bunch. So we have some on the inside and some on the outside. Zoom in just a little. So if I click on just that one, you can kind of see it angles out. And then if I click on this one, it angles in. If I select them all and then click them, you can see that nothing's happening. Here, I'll go to this, go back. Now, if I click and drag one, it ain't working. Why is it not working? I don't know. Let's just go back to a regular star, shall we? Click and drag, you can see all angles will adjust. So both inside and outside will adjust. And these are editable, so you can always go back. You can always go double click, change how they affect. And okay, so now rounding for relative, you can see that. Let's go back a little bit. Oh, wrong way. If you go to both, well, let's go back to 0. Let's go to regular round. Let's pull this in. And then we'll double click, and then we'll look at relative. You can kind of see that it changes just how it affects how those handles effect. So minor changes, but at least it's showing you that you have a lot of options on how you affect how those rounded edges get affected. Okay, now it's your turn to go have fun. Use some rounded corners. Make your shapes look more unique than our basic old shape.